Hi, my name is Rhesty Kayle P. Frogozo, BS Crim 1 Bravo. Okay, let's start. Criminology. Criminology is the entire body of knowledge regarding crime as a social phenomenon. It includes within its scope the process of making laws, breaking of laws, and reacting toward the breaking of the laws. Edwin H. Sutherland coined the term criminology. Rafael Garofalo coined the term criminologia in 1885. Paul Topinard coined the term criminology in 1887. Nature of criminology. It is applied science. Criminology uses science for instrumentation. It is a social science. Crime is a social creation of it exists in a society being a social phenomenon. Number 7. It is dynamic. Criminology changes as a social condition changes. It is nationalistic. The study of crimes must be in relation with the existing criminal law with a territory or country. Scope of the study of criminology. Study of the origin and the development of criminal law. Study of different factors that enhance the development of criminal behaviors, such as sociology of law. Attempt of scientific analysis of the condition which the penal criminal laws have developed as a process of formal or social control. Sociology. It is the study of human society, its origin, structure, functions, and directions. Criminological research. Study of the crime correlated to with antecedents variables, states of crime strength. Criminal etiology. It is the study of cause or origin of a crime. Criminal demography. The study of the relationship between criminality and population. Criminal epidemiology. The study of relationship between environment and population. Criminal ecology. The study of criminality in relation to the spatial distribution in a community. Criminal physical anthropology. The study of criminality in relation to the physical constitution of men. Criminal psychology. The study of human behavior in relation to criminality. Criminal psychiatry. The study of human mind in relation to criminality. Victimology. The study of the role of the victim in the commission of a crime. Next is crime. An act or omission in violation of a public law forbidding or commanding it. Felony. An act or omission punishable by law which is committed by means of the law or deceit or culpa or fault, and it is punishable under the revised penal code or RPC. Offense. An act or omission in violation of special law. Infraction. An act or omission in violation of city or Municipal ordinances. Delinquency. Act non in conformity with the norms of society. Crime malainse. The acts that outlawed because they violate basic moral values. For example, rape, murder, assault, and robbery. While crime mala prohibita, that is acts that are outlawed because they clash with the current norms and public opinions, such as tax, drug laws, and traffics. Intentional felonies. Felonies committed by means of dolo or deceit. The act or omission is performed by or with deliberated intent or malice. Culpable felonies or non-intentional felonies. Felonies committed by means of culpa or fault. The act or omission of the offender is not malicious and the injury caused by the offender in unintentional. Unintentional, it being simplify the incident of another act performed without malice. Next is consummated crime. Consummated crime when all the elements necessary for its execution and accomplishment are present. Frustrated crime. When the offender performs all the acts of execution which will produce the felony as a consequence, but which nevertheless do not produce it by the reason of cause independent of the will of the perpetrator. Attempted crime. Attempted crime. Attempted crime. Attempted crime. Attempted crime. Attempted crime. When the offender performed commence or attempted crime, when the offender commence the commission of the crime directly by the overt acts, and does not perform all the acts of execution which will produce the felony. Next, simple crime. Single act constituting only one offense. Complex crime. Single act constituting two or more grave or less grave felonies. Consummated crime. Next, tapos na pala. Grave felonies. Those to which the law attaches the capital punishment of afflictive penalties. Less grave felonies. Those to which the law attaches correctional penalties. Light felonies. Those to which the law attaches the penalty of arresto menor or the fine not exceeding 200 pesos. Acquisitive crime. Acquisitive crime. The offender acquisitive crime when the offender acquires something of his act. For example, robbery and estafa. Extinctive crime. Extinctive crime when the consequence of the act is destructive. For example, homicide, murder, and arson. Static crime. Static crime. Static crime. Committed only in one place. Crime committed only in one place. Continuing crime. Continuing crime. Continuing crime. Crime committed in several places. Crime committed in several places. Next is destructive continuing crime. Static crime. Rational crime. Crime committed with intent and the offender is full possession of his sanity. Irrational crime. Committed by an offender who does not know the nature of quality of his act on account of the disease of the mind. Next. Next is irrational. White-collar crimes. White-collar crimes committed by the person who belonging into the upper socioeconomic class in the course of occupation activities. Next is blue-collar crimes committed by an ordinary professional criminal to maintain his livelihood. Okay. Seasonal crime. Seasonal crime committed only during a certain period of the year. Situational crime committed only when the situation is conducive to its commission. Instant crime. Instant crime. Instant crime. Instant crime. Instant crime committed in the shortest possible time. Instant crime committed in the shortest possible time. And episodic crime. Crime committed by a series of acts in a lengthy space of time. Bias crime. Bias crime. Acts directly toward to the particular person. Acts that are bias crime. Violence act direct toward the particular person or members of a group merely because the targets shared a discernible racial, ethnic, religious or gender characteristic. It is also called hate crime. Cleared crime. Two ways by which crime are cleared. Victimless crime. Victimless crime. These are crimes that evaluate the moral. A victimless crime. Crime that violate the moral order, but in which there is no actual victim or target in these crimes, which include drug abuse and sex offense. Other definition of white-collar crimes. White-collar crime, illegal acts that capitalize on a person's status in the marketplace. It may involve theft, embezzlement, fraud, market manipulation, restraint, trade of market, society, color crimes, white collar, theft, embezzlement, fraud, market manipulation, restraint of trade, and false advertising. Aggravated rape. aggravated rape. Rape involving aggravated rape. Rape involving multiple offenders, weapons, and victim injuries. Gang rape. Forcible sex between people who are... Gang rape. Forcible sex involving multiple attacker. Ano pa yung isa? Ano yung una? Acquaintance rape. Forcible sex which the offender and the victim are acquaintance. Date rape. Forcible sex during the courting relationship. Serial rape. Multiple rapes committed by a person over time. Statutory rape. Sexual relationship between an underage minor female and an adult male. Marital rape. Forcible sex between a person or a people who legally married to each other. Homicide. The killing of human being by one another. Next is murder. The unlawful killing of human being with malicious intent. Next is parricide. The act of killing by own father, mother, spouse, or child. Fratricide. Killing of one's own brother. Sororicide. Killing of one's own sister. Infanticide. Killing of an infant less than 3 days old or less than 72 hours. Next is patricide. Killing of own father by his own child. And then matricide. Killing of own mother by her own child. Uxoricide. An act of killing one who murdered his wife. Eldercide. The murder of a senior citizen. Abortion. An act that destroying or killing a fetus in the womb. Next is vaticide. The killing of a prophet. Suicide. Taking one's own life voluntarily and intentionally. Regicide. Killing or murder of a king. Euthanasia. Mercy killing or the act of practice that painlessly putting to death a person suffering from incurable and distressing disease. Serial murder. The killing of a large number of people over time by the offender. Acquaintance robbery. Ay, kwan pala muna. Ano pa yun? Serial rape. Serial murder. Mass murder. The killing of a large number of people. Mass murder. The killing of the large number of people in a single incident. Mass murder. The killing of a large number of people in a single incident by an offender who typically does not seek concealment or escape. Next, arson by profit or arson for profit. People looking to collect insurance money but who are afraid or unafraid to set the fire. Arzon by profit. Arzon by profit. Arzon by profit. Burglary. Breaking into a entering burglary. Breaking into entering a home or structure for purpose of committing a felony. Carjacking. Theft of a car. Carjacking. Theft of a car by force or threat of force. Commercial theft. Commercial theft. Commercial theft. Commercial theft. Commercial theft. Business theft that is a part of the criminal law without such as laws, free enterprises systems could not exist. Grand larceny. Grand larceny. Theft of money or property of sustainable values punished as a felony. Larceny. Taking of one's own property by another by means of force, threat of the victim of forcibility, breaking into a person's homes or workplace. Petit larceny. Theft of a small amount of money or property punished as a punish. Petit larceny. Theft of a small amount of money or a property punished as a misdemeanor. Robbery. Taking or attempting to take something of value by force or threat, and by putting the victim in fear. Robbery. Next is robbery. Arzon. Acquaintance robbery. Acquaintance robbery. Robbery who focuses their theft on the people they know. Arzon. The intentional or negligent burning of home, structure or vehicles for criminals' purpose such as a profit, revenge, fraud, and crime. Next is intentional illicit trade of small arms and light weapons. The illegal exporting of arms without consent. Illicit trade of small arms and light weapons. The illegal exporting of legal firearms without consent of the government. And the next is terrorism. The unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians in the pursuit of political arms. Next is piracy. Shoplifting. The taking of goods from a retail store. Piracy. terrorism, the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political arms.